King standing by. We'll go to him shortly. Let's get you up to speed with what's happened so far this morning. Melbourne has woken up in a 7-day lockdown after its latest COVID cluster grew to 26 cases. Hasn't woken up at all. It's 5 a.m. They'll be asleep. They're in lockdown. No work. Oamaru, 9 degrees. Good morning. And what do our political panel make of the 60 Minutes ad out of Australia? She's a shocker. David Parker and Simon Bridges will join us at 7:40 this morning.
Direct from us to you. It's the AM show.
Okay, right. Spicy foods, sugar on the tongue, one teaspoon, whatever it takes. Try it, you will like it. 100% remedy, says Jennifer. Try that one. There we go. Good stuff. Gumboot Friday today, which sees Kiwis doing their gummies for a good cause. I've got them on under the desk. I kid you not. I've got the red bands on under here. The aim is to raise money for I Am Hope, an organisation which gives out free counselling for people under the age of 25. Going the extra mile this year is mental health advocate Mike King, joining us from the Auckland Domain. Is he really walking 100 k's? Mike, g'day. Good morning. Nice to have you, mate.
Morning, team. How are you?
Not too bad. How far?
I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify, we're not raising money for I Am Hope. We're raising money for Gumboot Friday. 100% of the money raised today goes directly to the counsellors. We don't take 1 cent. So it's 100% of the money goes to free kids counselling for our kids.
Yeah, it's a brilliant charity. You do so well, but the counselling is so important because, mate, we can't get it at the moment. I mean, you just can't get access to counselling. It should be easy, but it's so bloody hard. Why?
Well, the only way to get counselling in this country if you're a young person is go to the doctor. He stigmatises you by labelling you mentally ill. Then you go on an excruciatingly long waiting list before you're seen by an often burnt-out mental health professional. With Gumboot Friday, you go on to gumbootfriday.com, you click a button, you put in your location, you click on a counsellor, the counsellor contacts you within 48 hours, and our wait times is an average of 6 days. So 6 days later, you're sitting in front of a paid professional who's going to take care of you, and I think that's what our kids deserve.
Mike, I've got an email this morning from a mum who says she's lying next to her son in his bedroom because he's suicidal 24/7 at the moment. He's not doing well, anxiety and so forth. The system can't see them, so she's lying there making sure he stays awake. It's an appalling situation when it happens like that.
And a couple of years ago, that was a one-off case. It's a daily occurrence. It's happening everywhere. I was in Lower Hutt the other week with a mum with a 14-year-old daughter who attempted suicide, and they'd basically kicked her out of the hospital. There was no follow-up service, no psychiatrist visit, and mum was sitting there with the door open, her bed, watching her baby because she was terrified that she was going to wake up and something tragic was going to happen. It's beyond a joke. You know, I heard the Minister, Andrew Little, in February say on Radio New Zealand that capacity is a problem. There weren't enough counsellors. At 10:30 that same morning, I was in his office stating we had 3,584 counsellors nationwide ready to go at an average cost of $134. And the only thing we were missing was someone to pay for it.
This is so annoying, Mike. Why can't somebody... Well, the government's got $1.9 billion in the system. They're paying for it, so why can't the ministry connect the counsellors with the people that need it?
Where has the $1.9 billion gone? You can OIA the MOH, and they don't even know how much stuff's spent. It's ridiculous. People said to me there was no money for mental health in this budget. There was $1.9 billion put in just a couple of short years ago, and they don't know where it is. No one knows where it's gone. It's ridiculous. And I'll say this, I've said it before, I'll say it again. There is more than enough money in this system. There is more than enough money there to fix the problem. It's just the incompetence at the top and the procurement process, which we all know about that now with the Orion deal. It is so up the creek without a paddle. It's ridiculous, and families are suffering. It's not good enough. In any other private business, they'd all be fired. They would all be fired.
Mike,
but they sit there like 1950s husbands, telling the family to put on your pretty dress and curtsy when people come round, and if you misbehave, we're going to cut your housekeeping. You won't get any more housekeeping. This is the attitude of these people. It's ridiculous.
And I know you are so frustrated, Mike, because you've been recognised for your amazing work with the mental health industry, and you were rewarded with a New Zealand Order of Merit, but you're now giving that back. You're saying, no, I don't want it. Talk us through that.
Well, I'm standing with the families. Every day I'm meeting families. Every day I'm seeing families. And they're looking at me, and you can see they don't feel like anyone's seeing them. They don't feel like anyone's hearing them. They feel like no one cares. So I'm standing with these families, and so I'm saying, I see you, I hear you, and I'm going to do everything in my power so your kids can get the help that they need. How many kids in this country have to die before these clowns wake up?
Mike, can we just keep walking, mate? Don't stop now. Don't stop now. Keep walking. How far are you walking?
Thank you. I was getting fired up, and I was worried about me mate here. He looked like he was going to trip up.
No, he's a professional, mate.
Yeah.
How far are you going today?
No, it's Pardon?
How far are you walking?
So I'm walking. I've gone a quarter of the way. I've gone 25 k's. Honestly, I had massive problems with blisters. I've just had them all burst. I've popped a calf, so I've just been massaged. The whole of the domain heard me. I was screaming, but I feel much better now, and I'm ready to go. If anyone wants to come down, I'll be at the domain all day. Pop on down. Come and see us. Everyone who comes down to see me gets a hug. No one leaves without a hug. So Marky, if you're listening, come on down, brother. Love to give you a hug.
Hey, thanks, Mike. I've got my gumboots on. I see you got your freezing worker ones on, so I might head down there on the way home. I'll walk down in my gumboots. Nice to see you, mate. And I'm glad you can't get a counsellor, but you got a masseuse.
Quickly before you go, at 6 o'clock tonight, we've got a 654 people haka. 654 people took their lives last year, so we've got a haka to remember them, led by the one, the only Buck Shelford. It is happening at 6 o'clock. Everyone is welcome. Get on down here 5:30 for the rehearsal, and 6 o'clock we're gonna bring it and show people what 654 people looks like.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people realise the scope of the issue. So come on down. Come on down. We're here all day.
It would have been worse than 654 if it wasn't for you, Mike. You've saved lives already. You keep doing it, mate. All the very best. Take care of yourself. Mental health advocate Mike King. To donate, head to gumbootfriday.org.nz. If this discussion has brought up any concerns for you and you need to talk, text or call 1737 for free at any time.
I hear Mike's frustration, and there is a little bit of a trend here because I'm going to throw it over to the Kiwi building